More and more schools are offering online Master of Social Work programs. I think that there are a lot of benefits to online Master of Social Work programs, but there's also a lot of things to consider. So in this video, we are going to talk about some of the pros and cons of online Master of Social Work programs. So one of the first benefits is that online MSW programs are flexible. And this is great, especially if you have other commitments in your life, such as family or a job or different commitments that you are prioritizing. I think with online programs, there is a lot of opportunity for asynchronous learning, so you often can fit in doing the work on your own free time. Another huge benefit of online MSW programs is that you get access to way more programs by applying to online programs. For me, I lived in a city that had one school that offered an MSW program within a 2-hour drive. And so if I didn't have the opportunity to apply to online programs, that basically would be my only option unless I was willing to move somewhere else. In addition to that, if that one program in my city offered specializations and perspectives that weren't a great fit, that's what I would have been stuck with. So by pursuing online MSW programs, you are really able to find more programs that are strongly aligned with your own goals and perspectives as a social worker. So if you are interested in working at a specific level or working with a specific population, there might be online MSW programs that really cater to that, and that can really enhance your learning experience. I think another benefit to online MSW programs is that you will benefit from a diverse learning experience. Your peers are likely going to be stationed across the country, and so you can really benefit from learning from their unique perspectives and the things that are going on in their communities. Another big benefit is cost savings potentially. If you are not willing to move or you don't want to move, you're going to save the expenses of doing that, maybe renting a new place, moving across the country. You get to benefit from that program and that school from the comfort of your current home. And then another big benefit is improved accessibility, related to the fact that it's a lot more flexible for people that have various learning needs. An online program might be a great choice. So those are some of the benefits of online programs, but there are some cons and things to consider as well. One of the biggest cons of MSW programs is that I do find that in general, they are more competitive than in-person programs. And when you think about that logically, it makes sense, right? Like I said, for me, I had access to one in-person program, but I had access to dozens of online programs. So because of the online format, I was able to apply to programs that I definitely would not have applied to if they were in person. I think that is the situation for a lot of people, and because of that, the pool of applicants for online programs is much bigger than in-person programs, simply due to the fact that people from all over the country can apply. Another big con of online MSW programs is that you often have to find your own placement or internship. That is not always an easy feat. Schools are very specific about what they require from a placement, and they need to meet certain standards. In addition to that, it can be really hard to find an organization who is willing to take you on as an unpaid intern. So if you are interested in an online MSW program, it might be worth noting whether you will or will not have to find your own placement. And it makes sense that online programs would require applicants to find their own placement because if they are accepting applicants from all over the country, it's not really feasible for them to have contacts and connections in every single community that their students could be part of. So they really leave it up to their students to form those connections. Keep your eyes out for a future video on how to find your social work internship. Then the last big con is that online learning might not be best for you. I think in 2024, you probably know if you are more of an in-person or an online kind of learner and what is the best fit for you. But I think it's something to consider. And I think there's something to be said about the benefits of being in person and forming connections. And I think related to that, it might be a little bit harder to build a network and connect with people if you are in the online format, especially if a lot of your work is asynchronous. Overall, though, I think it's amazing that online programs are an option, and I think that there are a lot of benefits to online programs, but there's also some things that you should consider before you apply to programs just to make sure that it's the right fit for you. If you're wondering how to find or narrow down your search for online programs, I'm going to list a couple resources in the description below where you can find some online programs. But my biggest tip is to make sure that your program is accredited. So any online program that you find, make sure you do your due diligence and ensure that it is accredited and accepted MSW program. If you have any questions about online MSW programs, let me know in the comments and let's chat.